Nicole Kendall with Nicole Kendall Media and Marketing, and I'm here today with Larry Paynter of the Coachman Restaurant and Lounge, and you are watching the very first episode of the Plainfield Chamber Chat with Nicole. I have partnered with our local Chamber of Commerce to bring you great videos on who we are and what we do as members of the Plainfield Chamber, and really showcase our members and what they do during the day and why you should support these businesses and join us in the Plainfield Chamber, right, Larry?
That's right.
Thanks for talking to me today. You look so thrilled, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I've known Larry for a long time, so I'm thrilled that he's going to be my first guest on this new show. So we're going to talk a little bit about the Coachman, how long it's been in Plainfield, and some of the great food that you offer. As you can see behind us, we're at the Coachman right now. So let's talk about the Coachman. How long have you been here in Plainfield, Larry?
We are on our 29th year. We opened in 1989. I've been a member of the Chamber now for over 25 years, so been a big part of our operation. And you're now in the heart of the operation.
Sure.
We do have a full menu of liquors and beers and wines, but this is what brings the people in, what you're getting ready to see.
That's right.
Because we've concentrated on our food. That's what brings the people in.
Yeah.
And
so we're going to show you that.
Everything else is a bonus.
Yeah, we're going to show you guys that. Now, what are some of your most popular items on your menu? I know you hand cut the meat yourself, fresh, every day here at the Coachman,
day.
which is kind of hard to find. I mean, it is, right? That's a hard thing to find around town. So what are your most popular items that you sell?
Well, it depends on whether it's lunch or dinner, but of course, lunch, our breaded tenderloin has been our biggest seller for 37 years, even going back to my other restaurant.
Right.
And in the evening, we specialize in prime rib, fresh cut steaks, but we sell a tremendous amount of fish and salads and you know, we have an extended menu.
Yeah,
yes,
you do have a lot. My favorite is the broiled fish and the cheese balls when I really want to be bad and I want something fried. I go for the fried cheese, but there's, like you said, a lot to offer. So why don't we move on over here and check out what we're going to make today. What do you think?
All right. Well, I'll tell you, why don't we start with our famous breaded tenderloin. This has been a perfect time of day because I've got some employees that are getting kind of hungry and want to get fed before we open at 11 o'clock.
Then we better get moving. Let's move on down here and let's check that out.
With a center cut, oops, here we go. We start with a center cut pork loin.
Okay.
And there's really no secrets to a good tenderloin. It's just
there we go.
Having good fresh meat.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to form it into what we try to do a perfect size for you. And then we just drop it in the fryer.
Awesome. Now, how long do you have to let it sit in there?
Oh, it'll be in there just a couple of minutes. It really doesn't take that long on tenderloins. And the secret is to not overcook them.
Okay, well that makes sense.
And you definitely want them cooked all the way through.
You want it fried, but not too fried,
That's
right?
That's right.
Now, what kind of oil do you fry these in?
Vegetable oil.
Okay.
Now, getting back to the breading, I'm not going to tell you what kind of breading.
Well, no, you can't give all your secrets
We
away.
do have 4 different kinds of breading. We have breading for our fish and our tenderloins. We have one special breading for our calamari. We have one breading that we use for our catfish and our livers and our pan-fried walleye. And then we have a special breading that we use for, well, I think I already said the calamari.
Yeah,
so.
that's okay. It all sounds good to me.
And we have one breading that we use for our deep fried shrimp.
Ooh, yum.
That's the only thing we use it for is the deep fried shrimp, which has been on the menu for over 35 years.
Oh, wow.
My wife and I went to Las Vegas on our first anniversary, and we found this shrimp and said, I've got to go back and try this out. And it's been on the menu ever since.
Ever since. Well, that's great. Yeah, that's great. So how much longer do you think that needs to fry? It takes a few minutes.
It takes a couple of minutes. Right now it's getting real close. It starts floating to the top.
Yeah.
I'll look at how
that.
brown it is, and then I'll pull it out.
Okay, now while we're waiting on that, let's talk a little bit about why you are a member of the Plainfield Chamber. I know as we are both representatives of the organization, but why is it that you're involved? What are some of your favorite events throughout the year that the Chamber offers?
Well, to be truthful, I got started being on the golf committee years ago. I think it was on the golf committee before I even became a member, and that's how I got acquainted with the chamber.
Yeah.
But I'm a firm believer if you're local and you're an independent, you need to be part of the chamber. Chamber now has grown and grown, and there's so many opportunities to improve your own business by the association with the chamber.
Yeah.
And it is a local organization that takes care of us local people.
They do. That's very true. Now, I know you're getting ready to pull that out, and as you're doing that, okay, it's still going. So here at the Coachman, we talked a little bit about your food. I want to make sure people understand what you do in the summertime here as well.
Well,
we have a lot of fun. I say we because you can
well,
find me there
that's
sometimes.
true.
But out on the patio, we have a lot of fun on the weekends. So tell us about that.
We do have a lot of fun. For the past, I built the patio about 20 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And ever since that, we've had entertainment.
Right.
We started off small with 1, 2, 3, and then it got so popular, we built a gazebo and was able to house bands.
Yeah.
And then it got so popular with class reunions, birthday parties. Well, we had to extend the patio by carpeting the parking lot, putting our catering tables and chairs out there.
Yeah.
And now we're able to handle upwards of 200 people out there. And we do fill it with the bands on Friday and Saturday night. A lot of Thursday nights we'll just have 2 or 3 each group out there, for 7 to 10. But the weekends it's 8 to midnight.
Well, and if you want to know who's playing out here, you'll want to check them out on Facebook at Coachman Plainfield, right?
Correct.
So that way you can stay up to date as to what's going to be out here. And your website, which is thecoachmanrestaurant.com.
Correct.
So make sure you check that out. Now let's get back to what we're doing here today.
All right.
What's next, Larry?
All right, let's go down here.
Okay.
Actually, I'm just grilling some chicken for our famous border salad.
Okay.
The chicken is done now.
Uh-huh.
And we have a hot sauce that we're going to get there.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the only thing we use this sauce for.
Okay, just for this chicken.
Just for this.
Well, it looks awfully good.
Because I tell you, we sell a lot of these salads.
Right, now where
I'll
to?
tell you, we're going to just go over here.
It's going to go into this salad that you just put together as I was getting ready for you today.
And we just dice this up into small pieces.
Okay, I'm going to let you do that, and as you're doing it, because I want to still talk to you about who you are and what you do, and I think it's important to mention that you are a veteran, right? You served in the Marines.
I did.
And it's very important to you to continue to honor the veterans and the service that they provide to our country. So let's talk a little bit about how you are involved in the Indiana Rolling Thunder.
Well, being a veteran, I've always been involved with a lot of veteran organizations, but Rolling Thunder was organized by a group of Vietnam veterans that came back and realized that there wasn't nearly enough being done by the government to make sure that all of our POWs and MIAs, not just from Vietnam, but from all wars, are not accounted for. We have thousands and thousands of our boys and girls that never come home. So it's their purpose to pressure the government into making sure that these boys and girls come home. And they're doing a terrific job. You're probably reading the paper every day about finding remains of a serviceman from World War II, from Korea, Vietnam. And it's amazing. These groups travel the world. They may just find a bone fragment But with the new technology in DNA, they can DNA this and bring closure.
Bring it back together.
Bring
for
it back.
family, sure.
Government pays for the funeral. But we also travel the state getting DNA from these lost Vietnam veterans to make sure there is something to match up. Because without it, you have nothing to match up.
Right.
And they have remains sitting around just waiting on DNA right now as we speak.
That is really interesting. Well, I know with the Indiana Rolling Thunder, you guys are in charge of the POW-MIA license plate. So for those of you watching, if you'd like to support that cause, when you renew your license plate at the BMV, you can choose the POW-MIA license plate, right?
That's correct.
And the money goes where? What
well,
happens to that money?
$25 off each one of those plates goes into a military assistance fund that not just Vietnam veterans, but all veterans can apply for. They may be back behind on their rent or their mortgage or the utility bills. This check is written and delivered right to the utility company, the mortgage company, wherever the need is be. It doesn't go right to the veteran, it goes right to the source of their need. So it's been hugely successful since I think we started this in 2010. So thousands of dollars every year goes into this fund and distributed to our veterans in need.
Yeah, that's excellent. That's great that that cause is around. So if you'd like more information, you can check out Indiana Rolling Thunder on Facebook, right? You guys have a Facebook page and a website as well. Now, before we wrap things up for today, Larry, what's one thing you want people to know about the Coachman that maybe they don't know about the Coachman?
Oh, probably many things.
Some things we can't talk about
well, we're just,
right now, right?
You know, we're just very fortunate. I mean, I say sometimes I was lucky, but I've lived in Plainfield now for 32 years. It's a great community, and I was fortunate enough to have a restaurant about 10 miles from here, and this property became available, and come to find out there's four guys that developed this property. Three of them's name was Larry.
Oh, how coincidental.
And the other guy's name was Gene, and that's my middle name.
Oh.
And that's how.
So it was meant to be from the start. It was meant to be. Right?
I was meant to be here. I actually got first option on the property.
Yeah.
Picked the property out. Was able to design and build, and here we are. But the Coachman, I'm very proud to be. I only know of one other independent restaurant in all of Indianapolis, surrounding counties, that built a standalone building since I built this, and they've been changed a couple of times.
Right. Well, it looks like you are off to a busy start to your day here with the food you're making. So we will wrap things up. So glad to have you on the Plainfield Chamber Chat, and for you to be a member of the Plainfield Chamber. You brought a lot to our community, so thank you for all that you do. If you are watching right now and you would like to get in on a contest, make sure you're following the Coachman on Plainfield, the Coachman Plainfield on Facebook, and we will be giving away a gift card to the Coachman, right? We'll give it away June 1st, so if you want to follow the Coachman Restaurant on Facebook, we will draw a winner on June 1st. So make sure you're doing that. Make sure you're following that. Now, for more information on being a Plainfield Chamber of Commerce member, make sure you check out Plainfield Chamber of Commerce on Facebook or online at plainfield-in.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.